I also like how the guards of the Lumbridge Palace and the Duke of Lumbridge totally does not mind that I am now going to be emptying a bucket of milk onto the floor of his courtyard and steal water from his fountain. He totally doesn't care about this. Look, okay, we're going to now mix this up. We're going to turn it into bread dough or pastry dough. Fuck. Well, I'm pretty sure it's pastry. I'm pretty sure pies use pastry dough, but to be honest with you, I have no idea. Yes, they do. Okay, good. Thank God. I was about to say, if I wasted another fucking bout of sugar on that, I was just, you don't even know. Ah, goblins. Why don't they just go away? Yeah, I've never actually seen you before. You must be a new guy. Kind of odd. Like, there's so many NPCs out here in RuneScape, and they just don't do anything. They really don't. Like, they just walk around, you can talk to them, they usually have, like, one line of dialogue, and they just, like, bugger off. And it's like, are you serious? Are you serious? I mean, you know who I am, right? I'm like the savior of humanity here, basically. For all quintessential purposes, I am the chosen one. And apparently you don't get the time of day for me. In my opinion, if you're going to have NPCs around, at least have some interaction with them. Like, if I walk up to that guardsman over there, at least have him, maybe not a quest, but have him talk about his life as a guard, what it means to be a guard in Lumbridge, maybe his upbringing. Just do what Skyrim does, where the NPCs, for some reason, tell you every single little detail about their life story, literally, instantly upon meeting you, for some bizarre reason. And that's the red berry pie. Sweet. Okay, we got it. So I'm going to now head over to Draenor Village, and we're going to talk to the dwarves and ask them about their lives, who they'll probably just reveal it instantly. To be fair, I at least have to bribe them. Unlike the fucking assholes in Skyrim, I at least have to bribe the Inago or Imikando, whatever the fuck they are. I at least have to bribe them with a pie before they'll tell me all of their darkest and deepest secrets. Though, to be honest, I don't think I really want to know the Imikanda dwarf's secrets. They're probably not very pleasant things. I get the impression that, the Imikanda dwarves, they're kind of a dead civilization, but they've mastered the art of smithery, the art of smithing, to such an extent that they are rivaled throughout the world, used by one of the greatest knights in all of human history, then they must be pretty badass. And I can't imagine they were the very peaceful kind of badass, I don't know about you, but if I were a mastersmith and I was able to forge blue-rite or forge the Mace of Sauron like I'm using now, which I'm pretty sure is at the level of blue-rite, if not above. I don't know about you, but I'd be using that stuff. Like, I wouldn't be just sitting around with it. I wouldn't be, like, selling it to people. Like, hell no. Hell no. If you could make weapons of unlimited power and destruction, why the hell would you sell them to some random scrub? I don't know about you, but I'd be using those weapons myself. I'd be taking over the world with those weapons. I want to be giving them to other countries or giving them to the tribes. That's probably what got this tribe killed. That's probably what got them killed. I guarantee it. Here we go. This is my prediction. This tribe tried to sell weapons to goblins. Now, never a good idea. As you can probably tell, we've actually had a few experiences and talks with goblins. It's never a good idea to really get involved with their political structure or anything. Goblins are fucking crazy. They're crazy. They're insane. They're insufferable bastards that just argue and fight and kill over the slightest infraction. So I almost guarantee you what happened is this TheUhhoh guy over here and his clan of dwarves, they probably tried to make a deal with those stupid goblins that were probably fighting a civil war at the time. I mean, right now they're about to start one over the fucking color of their shirts. I don't know what it would be last time. Maybe like the arrangement of their plaid or something. Who knows with goblins? But they were fighting over something. TheUhhoh goes over there and he's all like, alright, so we'll make you some very legendary weapons in exchange for infinite gold. And the goblins, of course, are like, yeah, totally, because everyone knows goblins are the richest fuckers around. And pretty much how it went. They gave them the weapons. What's the first thing the goblins do after slaughtering their enemies? That's right, turn into the Mikandos. Guarantee you that's the story of what happened here. Because for some reason, whenever you have a nation of advanced technology, whenever you have someone that's Okay, really good. A country that's really good at crafting or at, like, I don't know, science. They always get destroyed because they fail to act quick enough, or they fail to use this technology to solidify their advantage. Sometimes, well, I say sometimes. I guess it's almost most of the time, actually. They do try to, and then somehow fail. Like the Forerunners in Halo, for example, where it's like, yes, we've got the mantle of responsibility. We're so good. That's what, let's just, our greatest enemy is coming. Alright, so let's talk about the something else here, shall we? Hello, are you an Imikondo dwarf? Maybe. Who wants to know? Would you like a red berry pie? You see TheUhhoh's eyes light up. I'd never say no to a red berry pie. They're great stuff. Oh, good. Their ceremonial meeting has begun. He eats... Whoa, what the fuck? He ate it, like, instantly. This is like... What is this? Like a fucking scene from a cartoon? He just grabbed the fucking pie, just shoved the entire thing in his mouth. Did not even chew? Jesus. Boy, Guffex, that was a good pie. And then when it makes a pie like that, it has to be alright. Yeah, because, making a good pie is all you need to convince these... I'm pretty sure I was right. These guys fell because of pure incompetence. If this is how they gain trust, if this is how the tribe made its arrangements, it's all you had to do to get them to give you their weapons was to walk over to them and give them a pie. Yeah, I could understand how you were, maybe foiled there. It didn't even have to be goblins. I mean, it could have been, like, something even lower than goblins. It could have been a fucking species of rat people for all we know, and they could have probably still gotten tricked. Okay, well, can you make me a special sword? Well, after bringing me my favorite food, I guess I should give it a go. What sort of sword is it? I need you to make a sword for one of Falador's knights. He had one which was passed down through 5 generations, but his squires lost it. So we need an identical one to replace it. A knight's sword, eh? Well, I need to know exactly how it looked before I can make a new one. All the Faladin knights used to have swords with unique designs according to their positions. Could you bring me a picture or something? I'll go ask the squire and see. You need it. Okay, why the fuck didn't the squire just give me this to begin with? Like, this is kind of common sense stuff here. I mean, I'm surprised I didn't think of this, actually. But honestly, as the adventurer, I shouldn't have to be thinking about shit like this. That squire should have fucking known. He should have fucking known. He sent me out here to find an Imikondo dwarf. Why did it have to be an Imikondo dwarf? Why couldn't it be just some random other dwarf? There's an entire kingdom of them somewhere underground. Why couldn't I just gone there and done this? Well, now I gotta go all the way back to Falador to get a fucking picture, a schematic or something, because, obviously we can't build one without it. And I can't really fault him. I can't really fault the guy. I mean, I didn't remember. Even I forgot that might be a problem. But, to be fair, I'm kind of blinded by the fact this is a game. That squire doesn't have an excuse. That squire thinks this is real fucking life, so he should be on this shit. I at least have the excuse that I think this is a game, so, game mechanics and game logic rules. I don't need to follow common sense. But these assholes in the game world, but guys, it's their fucking world. Of course they gotta follow common sense. Now I gotta walk all the way back. I better getting paid overtime for this. If I'm not paid overtime, not only am I going to demand money, I'm going to take the fucking blue right sword, I'm going to keep it for my fucking self, because I shouldn't have to do this. Why can't the squire do this? Why can't the fucking squire do this? I mean, he's not doing anything. He's just sitting in the fucking palace. Just sitting there, waiting for something to happen. The knight's not even... The knight he works for is nowhere in sight. He's not even there. I mean, for all we know, he's died out in the wilderness or something, and he's never coming back. For all we know, the squire might be the knight. Holy shit, what if that's what's happening? What if the squire is actually conspiring to kill the knight? And when we come back, we're going to walk in on like a murder scene. He's going to have brutally murdered him, and he's going to have the blue right sword. I mean, that's how things work in Falador. maybe if a squire bests his knight, he himself becomes the knight. In which case, props to you, buddy. Props to you for thinking, but honestly, I don't think that's what's happening, and I think you're just a fucking dumbass. And until you prove me otherwise, I'm just gonna keep thinking that way. So, you know how it goes. Also, I want some rune armor. That would be really nice. Let me guess. That's a wanted poster, isn't it, over there? And I'm assuming that we can't actually catch the guy that's wanted, because if we could actually catch the wanted poster, if we could actually catch the guy on the poster, I should say, well, then the poster would disappear and it would cause game logic problems and all this such nonsense. And yeah, also just not paying attention to details, because for some reason RPGs like to do that. They like to set up quests and then their quests don't even exist. I can think of several occasions in the Elder Scrolls where that happened, and it was kind of annoying. I found an Emaconda dwarf, but he needs a picture of the sword before he can make it. Picture, eh? The only one I can think of is a small portrait of Sir Vivian's father. Sir Vivian keeps it in a cupboard in his room at the top of the castle, I think. Okay, I'll try to get it. Please don't let him catch you. He mustn't know what happened. So he is in the castle. This fucking asshole is actually in the castle. Okay, well, I'm actually probably going to leave it there, guys. Anyhow, I've been TheUhhoh. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.